Whether you're trying to set up a new habit or learn a new skill in the next year, don't wait until December 31st to get started. Start preparing right now so your mindset is already prepared as you head into the next year. But before you start to write down your goals, I want you to take some time for self-reflection. If you are a working professional, you must have already gone through your year-end review, where we review what we did this year, what could have done better, or what we are planning for next year. Similarly, take some time for your personal life. Reflect on your emotional, spiritual, and mental life as well. What are some key events that happened in your life that had an impact on you? Whether the event was sad or delightful. Maybe you got into a new relationship, picked up a new hobby, made some new friends, moved to a new place, or perhaps you went through a breakup or you lost someone that was really close to your life. But please avoid passing judgment to yourself. This is really important. We are not reflecting to whether feel bad about ourselves or feel super proud of ourselves. This is just a reflection and self-observation journey so we can learn from it and move into the next year. It is normal to feel like nothing happened because as we live our day in and day out, we don't really take time to think about what's going on. Life kind of just moves on. And as I sat down, I had the same feeling like, what did I really do this year? And this year is already ending. You may have 2022 goals, but you may not have met all of them. That's completely fine. We are also living in really different times. We are going through climate change, war, COVID, inflation. People are losing jobs. A lot is going on in the world. So be kind to yourself if you didn't meet all your goals. And goals are supposed to be evolving as you are evolving. So what you set out at the beginning of 2022 may not be what you wanted at the end of 2022. So don't be so hard on yourself. Once you have had spent some time reflecting on the current year, now it's time to plan for the next year. Think of what is really important to you. This may sound obvious, but be really honest with yourself and also realistic. You don't want to set goals that are like mountains that you may not be able to get to in the next year. Or don't pick up a goal because you think somebody else thinks that's really cool to do. What's really important to you and what is going to help you out. You also want your goals to be not vague. Here's an example. I want to prioritize my physical and mental health in 2023. That's a good starting point, but it is still quite vague. What does that really mean? I want to prioritize my physical and mental health. How can I apply this in my daily life? So I want to break down into two buckets, right? So mental health. For my mental health, I want to spend 30 minutes just walking outside because that's what I love. It really helps my mind. It helps me calm down. So that's my 30 minutes time. Then I want to spend another 30 minutes doing whatever I love. Maybe it's painting, cooking, or just dancing. Whatever it is that brings me joy is what I want to do for that 30 minutes. So that's my mental bucket. For my physical health, perhaps I want to eat vegetables 3 days a week. And 30 minutes every day, I want to work out or do yoga. That's my physical bucket. So now I have made it very real. So this is something you can do every day. And as I am doing this, I'm not even thinking about the goal anymore. I'm just enjoying the journey as it comes along. So every day I'm just doing this and not thinking about the actual goal necessarily. That's how I like to set up my goals, where I'm not consistently thinking about the goal itself. Once you have an action plan, next thing you want to do is make it really easy for yourself to follow that plan. In my case, if I want to go out for a walk every day, I probably want to be dressed up in the morning so that anytime I have time during the day, I can just go out for a walk. I don't have to make an excuse that I need to change and get dressed up to go out for the walk. I can also have my shoes ready, so I will not procrastinate and actually walk whenever I have the time. If I want to eat healthy, maybe I want to avoid getting processed food in my house so that I don't have an option to eat it. You just make it easier for yourself to do those habits or to do those activities. And then once you are doing it for a few days, you'll get that dopamine hit and your brain will feel really better and you will want to do it again because it is something you set out to do and you did it and you feel happy about yourself. You feel great. Next, if your goal is something really big that you want to achieve at some point in life, I really like to set milestones for that. For example, if your goal is owning a house at some point, instead of setting a goal and saying, I want to get a house in 2023, here's how you can do it. I want to have, let's say, 50,000 saved up by the end of 2023. Then 2024, I want to have a pre-approval or different processes to make you ready to get the house. You can't just jump from not having a house to having a house. You want to set up those milestones. So even if it feels like you haven't actually gotten the house yet, you still are slowly making progress to that house. So you are setting up the milestones to get there. So whenever you're thinking of goals, think of how do you get there and visualize the path instead of worrying about what the destination looks like. Because many people can set goals. Goal setting is really easy, but not everybody is able to achieve those goals because we are so concerned about the goals and we're not really setting the milestones and we're not visualizing the path to get there. You can't just go from step 0 to step 10. We want to visualize each step along the way. So what does that look like? So plan it out, map it out, and you will get there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful and it was also a good reminder for myself. Please let me know in the comments if it sparked any ideas for you.